everyone, it's Mrs. Davis from Happy Place to Grow. I am so glad you are joining me here today because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I know you've been out and about. You've probably seen Christmas lights, and maybe you even have your Christmas tree up and decorated, and maybe you've even been to see Santa Claus. Well, there's so many wonderful traditions associated with this special holiday that we call Christmas. And one of my favorite traditions is gingerbread cookies, gingerbread houses. I love all things gingerbread. What about you? You know, gingerbread is one of those treats that most people like, but some people don't, because I always say of gingerbread, it's the cookie that bites you back, because gingerbread is made from a spice called ginger, and it's a little bit nippy. So if you really like ginger, you like all treats that are ginger. But if you don't like ginger, you might shy away from them. But I love to share the gingerbread story because this is definitely one of our holiday traditions. It came over when people from Germany immigrated to this great country, America, and brought their wonderful Christmas traditions. A lot of those traditions we definitely still use today, and we've added some of our own traditions, but the gingerbread houses, gingerbread baking cookies, gingerbread definitely came from Germany. And there's a really fun fairy tale that I love to read at Christmas time. And maybe it's one you've heard, the gingerbread man. Sometimes he's called the gingerbread boy. We even have lots of updated gingerbread stories, even one with the gingerbread girl. So you can just have so much fun with this story. I thought I would just love to share it with you. So when we read this story today together, I want you to pay close attention. I want you, because it's a read aloud story, I'm going to read from a script. I want you to pay close attention, get story pictures in your mind, and think about what's happening. Who is the gingerbread man running from? Because he is definitely going on an adventure. I want you to think about the order of the story, because we're going to sequence it back from the beginning to the end. I'm going to need your help. We're going to get those major story events ordered. All right, sit back if you can, find a cozy spot, maybe even grab a cup of hot chocolate, and let's get started with this story. Once upon a time, there lived a little old woman and a little old man. They hadn't any little boys or girls of their own, so they lived in a little old house alone. Well, that's sad. One day, the little old woman was making gingerbread. I will make a little gingerbread man, she said. So she rolled the dough out flat and cut it in the shape of a little boy. She put a row of currants down the front of his jacket for buttons. Then she made eyes and a mouth and a little pointed cap. She pinched his gingerbread nose and ears into shape and made 2 good-sized feet. She laid him flat on his back in the pan and popped him in the oven and closed the door. And then she went about her work, sweeping and cleaning the house, sweeping and cleaning. And she forgot all about the gingerbread man. Mercy! The little old woman said, at last sniffing the air. The gingerbread man is burning. Ooh, that could be a problem. Let's see what happens next. Out he pops. Oh boy, there he goes with those 2 good-sized feet she made him. She ran to the oven and opened the door. and up jumped the gingerbread man. He hopped on the floor, ran across the kitchen and out the door, down the walk and through the gate, and down the road as fast as his gingerbread legs could carry him. The little old woman and the little old man ran after him, calling, "Stop! Stop!" The little gingerbread man looked back and laughed and called out, "Ha, ha, ha, ha! Run, run, run! Catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I am, I am." And they couldn't catch him. He was fast, and he was a little tricky. Let's see what happens next. He's probably feeling pretty good because he's on his way to an adventure. And then he meets up with a cow. So the gingerbread man ran on and on. Soon he came to a cow. Yum, yum. Sniffed the cow. "Stop, little gingerbread man. Moo. Moo. I would like to eat you." But the little gingerbread man laughed, ha, 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 and said, "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. And I can run away from you. I can." So the cow ran after him, but the gingerbread man shouted back, "Run, run, run. Catch me if you can." "You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I am, I am." And the cow couldn't catch him. He's speedy, and he's on the road. Let's see who he runs into next. Aha! Horse, of course. So the little gingerbread man ran on, and soon he came to a neigh horse. "Please stop, little gingerbread man," said the horse. "You look very good to eat." Well, he is a cookie. But the gingerbread man called out, "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. I've run away from a cow. And I can run away from you. I can." So the horse ran after him. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. When the little gingerbread man was past, he looked back and called, "Run, run, run. Catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I am, I am." And the horse couldn't catch him. See who's coming up in the background? They're still chasing him. They're coming to get him. They're not giving up. And as he passes the horse, he's on a farm. Here come some hungry farmers. And again, he is a cookie. By and by, the little gingerbread man came to a barn where some farmers were working. They called to one another, "Here's some good gingerbread. Yum, yum. It smells good. Don't run so fast, little gingerbread man. Gingerbread is made to eat." That's true. The farmers ran after him, but the gingerbread man looked back and laughed. "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Run, run, run. Catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I am, I am." And the farmers could not catch him. And he's still on an adventure. But look who's following him. He's running. He's getting away, but they're hot on his heels. By this time, the little gingerbread man was very proud. He thinks he is just getting away. He strutted and he danced, la, la, la. He thought no one on earth could catch him. Pretty soon, he saw a fox coming across the field. The fox looked at him and began to run, just like the other characters. The gingerbread man ran faster and shouted, Run, run, run. Catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I am. I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. I've run away from a cow. I've run away from a horse. And I've run away from a barn full of farmers. And I can run away from you. I can. Why? Said the fox politely. I wouldn't catch you if I could. That's interesting. Let's see what happens next. You think the fox has got a trick up his sleeve? Let's see. Just then, the gingerbread man came to a river. And you can see the river bank. The river bank is where the land ends and the water begins. It's the bank of the river. He comes up to the river bank. He dared not jump into the water. He would have melted away if he had. You know, he is a cookie. Still, the cow and the horse and the people were hot on his heels. He was forced to cross the river. He had no choice to keep out of their reach. It was either be eaten or melt. Neither one sounds like anything I'd want to do if I were a cookie. What would you do? Let's see what he does. Oh, the fox is going to be a friendly fox because he says, jump on my tail and I will take you across, said the fox. So the little gingerbread man jumped on the fox's tail and the fox swam into the river. A little distance from the shore, the fox said, little gingerbread man, I think you better get on my back or you may fall off. So the little gingerbread man jumped on the fox's back. After swimming a little farther, the fox said, the water's deep. You may get wet where you are. Jump on my shoulder. Uh-oh. Does that sound like a trick? Huh. When they were near the other side of the river, the fox cried out suddenly, the water grows deeper still. Jump on my nose. Jump on my nose. So the little gingerbread man jumped up on the fox's nose. Then the fox sprang ashore and threw back his head. Uh-oh. Snip! Half the gingerbread man was gone. Snip, snap! He was 3/4 gone, and snip, snip, snap, at last, the gingerbread man went the way of every single gingerbread boy that had ever come out of an oven. He was all gone. He did have an adventure while he was alive. And, well, he is a cookie. What else could he do? So that's kind of a fairy tale. You know, most fairy tales have a happy ending. That one didn't have too much of a happy ending for the gingerbread man. What do you think? Did you like that story? I always love it because I just think it's funny how sassy and cute he is, but yet he is a cookie, and gingerbread is definitely meant to eat. Now, our job, of course, was enjoying the story and paying close attention. Did you get those picture events in your mind? Now, before we close up our story time, I thought it would be fun for us to think back. You know, reading is fun, but when you're reading a fiction story, it's good to be able to think about the story order so you can understand what's happening as the events take place. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put the main things that happened to the gingerbread man, and I'm just going to kind of put them on my board, and we're going to see if we can put them in order from the first thing that happened to the last thing that happened. Okay. All right. So we've got the farmers, the cow, the little old man and the little old woman, the horse, the fox, and the gingerbread man. So if I'm thinking about the beginning of the story, how it started, it all started with, oh yeah, it started with the little old man and the little old woman. They were lonely, and she was at home baking some gingerbread. So let's put them first. You know, we're going to go from left to right in sequence. All right. Home alone, she was baking gingerbread when she decided to make a little gingerbread man. There we go. Do you think she was kind of thinking he would come alive? Because it says they were lonely and she was making a little gingerbread boy or man. Maybe she's had this experience before. So, on the way, as he dashes out the door, when she opens the oven, magic must have occurred and the cookie came alive. In fairy tales, there's lots of magic. All right. Which character, let me put this guy back on, which character did he meet up with next on his big adventure? Oh yeah, it was the cow. Moo. He smelled that gingerbread. But the gingerbread man kept on running. And look, this one's already in the right spot. Then he came up to a horse. Gingerbread is meant to eat. But the gingerbread man ran on, and he came to a barn full of farmers who were really hungry. They got into the action, but the final character that he met, who was just a little bit, not faster than the gingerbread man, but definitely more sly, more tricky. He definitely out-tricked, outfoxed the gingerbread man, but the gingerbread man really didn't have a choice. At that time, it was an emergency, so all he could do was trust the sly old fox. This is the last character he met because then he was all gone. Well, I hope you had fun with the gingerbread man story, and maybe you can get together with your family members and make some gingerbread men. And I want you to join me for some more gingerbread adventures because I've got lots of fun activities that I'm going to share with you. We're going to be making some gingerbread together. We're going to be doing some gingerbread art, some gingerbread math, and a fun science experiment. So stay tuned for some more gingerbread activities. And as always, keep enjoying the holiday smells, sights, and sounds, and keep on running to the fun Christmas activities and traditions. As always, have a good one.